What is going on, guys? I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but have you ever had somebody pitch you a good idea and you just sit back and you think, how in the heck have I not thought to do that before? Two things, actually. One thing I did think of while I was thinking about the other, but a hygrometer, which tests the humidity, as well as a moisture meter, which checks the moisture of wood, as well as sheetrock. Two things that are very valuable in this specific industry. Neither have I used or really even thought about using. So with the hygrometer, I don't know, I guess people in the north probably don't have this issue like we have down here, but we live right at the border, basically, of Florida, Louisiana, like the super south. So a lot of the time we have super high humidity down here, but for some reason they do not want to approve dehumidifiers. It's just not something that they want to, for whatever reason, they just don't really like to approve them. Mainly, I think, because they have to have the power turned on, but it is, in my opinion, it's something that every house down here, while they're sitting vacant, should have an active dehumidifier. So, but with the hygrometer, we can prove to them that the humidity is high in these houses. If you take the hygrometer in any one of these houses down here, especially during the spring and the summer, really from late February all the way through end of October, where I'm at, the humidity is high, and it causes a lot of issues for us as far as surface mold, any kind of paneling, exposed wood, like these cabins and a lot of the older houses with a lot of paneling and the wood paneling doors, the real cheap old panel, like all of those cabinets, kitchen cabinets, that type of stuff, are real prone to having surface mold over and over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these hygrometers and we're going to prove to them the moisture level, the humidity level in these houses. Likewise with the moisture meter. The moisture meter has two prongs on it. You can stick it in wood, and you can also stick it in sheetrock. I think with sheetrock, anything over like 13, and wood is kind of like, 12, 14, somewhere in there. Anything over that, I think the extra high, like the number that they're looking for, is probably going to be 16 and up. But that's not nothing. You could just about take that thing around any window or door and probably get pretty close to that, unless somebody, especially if it hasn't been like recaulked and resealed and it's kind of old. But long story short, these are two things that we can use to prove our points and to help justify the bids that we're putting in. I know for me, one of the things that has kind of always bugged me is, like, if you take pictures of the attic, when you're in the attic, you can't see the attic nearly as good as after you take that picture and it flashes. For some reason, flash just looks like it's daylight in there. But if you go back and you look at your picture, it looks way brighter than it did when you were up there with a flashlight. So several times for me, I've not seen anything in the attic, went back and looked at the pictures and thought, gosh, if I submit this as is, they're going to kick this back and want an explanation on what it is. And really it's nothing. It's just some black, whatever, from it just being old decking. But one of the things with that moisture meter is we can check that. Those areas we can check, because the problem is with that is if they see that and then you say, no, that's not moisture, the roof is not leaking, and then 4 months down the road the house has been sitting vacant and now it gets a leak, they can say, well, we told you there was water coming in 4 months ago and you told us it wasn't. So with this moisture meter, you can just stick it up there, you can check. It covers a lot of liability for you, and it removes a lot of the questions. It really gives you a way to just kind of prove what it is you're trying to bid, and the reason that you're trying to bid it. So we've not been using them. I spoke to a guy pretty high up there with Safeguard, and he suggested the moisture meter, and when he said it, it was like a light bulb went off. I just immediately felt like a total dumbass for not been doing this the whole entire time, because it would have just solved so many questions for me and so many arguments for me, over the years. And I just really never thought of it. So if you guys are already doing it, let me know in the comments. I've said this so many times, not everything I do is the best way that you can possibly do it. And I am always open to learning and finding better ways. If you haven't been doing this, put some thought into it. Think about it. I think it'll work. I think it'll be better for us. I think it'll most certainly help us. And anything that we can do as far as trying to convey our point to them through photos is a win for us. So I hope this video helps. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, I'll leave a link for that in the description. You guys can join the Discord. I also have memberships on this, YouTube channel, or however it works. If there's anybody out there I've had several people asking me who wants a one-on-one mentorship on kind of getting going in this. There is on the YouTube channel, there's a membership that will get you that. Be just a phone call, an hour, whatever it takes to get you competent and confident in what it is you're trying to do. So hope you guys are staying busy. I hope everybody's making lots of money, and take care.